Hello everyone, and welcome to our reflections from the Croi. This reflection comes to you towards the end of Christian Aid Week, and this year runs from the 14th until the 20th of May and brings us a story from South East Africa, a country called Malawi. So let's hear the story now, the story of Esther and her pigeon peas. This year, during Christian Aid Week, we are invited to learn from families, communities and farmers living in Malawi and to develop our understanding of how climate change affects their lives and communities. We are also invited to reflect on how hope unites people together wherever they live in the world. Malawi is in the southeast of Africa. It has a reputation for being a friendly and peaceful place to live. Malawi is a beautiful country of cooler mountains in the north, the shimmering waters of Lake Malawi in the east, and sun-drenched lowlands to the south. The story of Esther and her pigeon peas. This photograph is of Esther Saizi, who lives in Malawi. In Malawi, many families rely on farming to earn a living and provide food to eat. Soaring costs are affecting people all around the world. In Malawi, this has meant that food, fuel, fertilizer and school fees have doubled in price in the last 12 months. And hard-working farmers are also seeing their harvests fail as the climate crisis brings increasingly erratic weather. Esther is a farmer. She lives close to her daughter and son-in-law, who together run a thriving carpentry business. Esther likes to enrich the lives of others with her everyday acts of kindness. This is Esther with her grandson, Nespo. Esther grows something on her farm. Maybe you can guess what it is. This is what the story is about. Pigeon peas. But these are no ordinary peas. Malawi is the largest producer of pigeon peas in Africa. They are a drought-resistant pea that thrive in the dry fields of southern Malawi. The pigeon pea is an essential diet of millions of people around the world. And because with these peas, Esther can bake delicious bread. But that's not all. By selling these pigeon peas, Esther can pay for her grandson to go to nursery and support her children to study and to start up their own businesses. But in Malawi, the costs of everyday essentials such as food and fuel are going up and up, just as they are here. In addition, the climate crisis means it is increasingly difficult to grow many of the foods Esther and her family used to eat and sell. Often crops are lost to cyclones or droughts, or seeds are too old to grow well. Many farmers like Esther are exploited by big companies and don't receive a fair price for their peas. But Esther is working with Christian Aid partners in Malawi and others in her community, and together they have worked to secure a fairer price, boosted the quality of the seeds they use, added value by baking and selling bread made from pea flour, built warehouses to keep peas safe from weather events, and even produced a pigeon pea recipe book. Esther says we are a community that helps one another a lot. If people face a problem, we do not allow them to suffer alone. In the Bible, Jesus tells a story. The kingdom of heaven is like a mustard seed that someone took and sowed in his field. It is the smallest of all the seeds, but when it has grown, it is the greatest of shrubs and becomes a tree, so that the birds of the air come and make nests in its branches. For Esther and her community, pigeon peas are like the tiny mustard seed, growing the hopes and dreams of their children and grandchildren to go to school, to start their own businesses, to help their friends and neighbours. Christian Aid and its supporters believe that when we work together to speak up and act for a fairer world, we become a bit like Esther's community. People who help and support one another and who find ways to help make the world a place where everyone can flourish. Maybe you can think of some actions you could take this Christian Aid Week to support your global neighbour and help build a fairer world.